Over the past few years, there is something that I learned that has helped me start three businesses and none of them has failed. I've taught other people how to use this method and none of the people have failed. In fact, there is a book that I read that most people only succeed after making so many mistakes a lot of times for businesses. But you don't have to fail 4 times for you to succeed. Because today I'm going to tell you, or I'm going to teach you a formula that works every time, but you have to follow the formula. So I have coined together an acronym that I call PAGES, PAGES, and I'll explain. Please stay with me because each and every letter of this acronym stands for something. It's like a process, and if you master this process, and you don't even have to memorize it, I'm going to explain it in such a simple way. There is nothing you can succeed in every business. Here is the kicker. Even without capital, you can use this procedure, you can use this process to start a business without any capital. Are you willing to stay with me? So the first letter of the acronym is P. PAGES, P. P stands for pain or pain points. What is it that your market is craving for? What is the pain point they're dealing with? What is that one thing they would want to eliminate? Like they would do anything to just not deal with it. Now look into your market. Look at what you're trying to do. Look at the business that you're trying to start. Please don't try to do what everybody is doing. In fact, do opposite. Like go the opposite direction. Because if you follow what everybody is doing, then you're gonna hit a point of saturation. And everybody is doing the same thing. Then who is going to be the customer? Come on. Go the opposite direction. And that's what Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world, says. That when people headed this direction, go the opposite direction. So let me explain. Pain points are things that are either lacking in the market or they are so painful to the customer, or things that you can improve. I'll give you examples. Inefficiencies. Think about, say for instance, nowadays we have all these supermarkets and they are offering online shopping, but they are not delivering until second or third day. Say I wanted a bread. Am I going to wait for a bread for 3 days? Speed. Like if you offer speed, then price becomes irrelevant. Have you ever heard that? That came from Jeff Bezos, and I've heard it so many times from Jeff Bezos. By the way, started and still is the biggest big fish on Amazon. Said that speed is 1,000,000,000 times more important than efficiency, that you better have speed of execution than efficiency. So those are things that you can correct in the market. Think about poor customer service. If you know of one of these big monotonous suppliers that have one thing, think about in Kenya, I think they were called Mabati, something, Loyal Mabati, but happened to be the biggest distributor of this product or biggest retailer of this product, but they had the worst customer service that the trade commission had to come in between to protect the consumer because of how poor their customer service was. Think about this. The same Mabatis, say for instance, you even bought Mabatis from them, but you offered super good customer service. I'm only pointing one area that you can improve. There are more than you can handle customers that would rather not deal with Loyal Mabati or whatever the name was, deal with you, but you are willing to take the pain to deal with Loyal Mabati, or you found a way to buy it in wholesale, or to buy after you have sold to somebody after you offered such good customer service. You see, these are the kind of pains that you can identify in the market. Think about a lack of technology. Um, we are living in an age where everybody is somehow using a digital product, especially a cell phone, a smartphone, um, a tablet, a laptop, a computer, a smart TV. Think about this. Just improving the technology use, you can literally make an extra 30%. Think about things like packaging. It sounds like it's trivial, right? Did you know that the rice that you buy from supermarket for 220 shillings, if you went to where where it's grown, Moya and those parts of upper central province, it costs per kilo maybe 30 shillings or 40, 50 shillings. The only reason that it's more expensive in the supermarket or where else that you buy it is the packaging. It's not added value, it's packaged. That's the only thing. You see, the moment you can identify something in the market that the consumer is willing to pay money for, you become a person in business. So once you understand the pain points or what are those things that your customer is willing to pay money for, you are in business. It is what I would say, for instance, MBA school and business schools, you'll hear them talking about product market fit. It is when you sell a product that your customers become your promoters, even when you don't pay them. It is when you have a solution that is so awesome that customers will pay you money without thinking twice. It is when you offer a product or you offer a service or a solution that is more valuable than the customer's money. Remember, people will only pay you money if what you're offering is more valuable than their money. The only reason that I'm willing to pay 500 shillings or 1,000 shillings for goat meat, one leg, is because I value that leg more than my 500 shillings. If I valued 500 shillings more than that leg, I'm not gonna buy it. It is the reason why people buy. The reason why that transaction happened is because the customer value what you have more than what they have. And you are in business. So you understand how to come up with pain points. Where do you see these pain points? Nowadays it's much easier. On social media, you'll see people asking for certain products, complaining about certain companies. You'll see people asking about certain services, complaining about certain services. When you align your interest and those of the potential customer, you are in business and you don't even need capital to identify those things. The second letter of the alphabet is A. Then you're going to have a way to address these people. But before I talk about A, let me talk about G, gather. So PAG. You don't address people you have not gathered together, right? Think about our politicians during political times. They gather people in an arena, they gather people in football field or whatever you want to call it. They have to gather them to address them. So you're going to have to come up with a way to gather people with common pain points. Remember, we started with pain. How do you do this? There are different ways. For me, I like using digital form. You can gather people in groups like Facebook groups. For me, I like using a mailing list. How do I build my mailing list? I will show you in a different video If you're finding value in this video, please press subscribe. My favorite way of gathering emails is coming up with a promise, curiosity, promise, and then give me your email, and then I deliver that promise immediately in a bigger way than I promised. I will teach that in a different video. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see this video, because it's coming up here very soon. For me, I like using email. There are different other ways, like Facebook groups, like I mentioned, even your Instagram page, your Facebook page, things like Telegram groups. You'll find all these are different ways of addressing or gathering your people with common pain points into one arena, and then you can address them. So we talked about A and G. So E, what is E? Now that you have people with similar pain points and you can address them, you need to change their problem from just a problem that they think should be solved or they are dealing with, elevate it a step higher to an emotional level. E stands for exaggerate. You don't exaggerate this just to make a sale. You exaggerate this so that you don't sell the drill, you sell the hole. Why do people buy the drill? Because they need a hole. I'll give you an example. For instance, say in a country like Kenya, women really have a problem. Or you think, or you in your theory have a problem buying cosmetics because they are afraid of buying fake cosmetics. We know that's a problem. We know it's kind of difficult to tell, oh my God, what is authentic and what is fake. You can't even tell the difference. You can't look at them and tell the difference. But one is fake, the other one is legit. And it's a concern for every woman. And it's not just cosmetics. Think about it. You want a Nike shoe, there is a good chance that the Nike shoe you see on the street is probably fake. Think about it. If you are the person who can actually convince people and deliver the real authentic cosmetics, the real authentic Nike, that they will never have to pay a lot of money for something fake, don't you think you're in business? I think you're in business. So how you exaggerate is you don't try to sell the drill, you sell the whole. If somebody, for instance, if you've gathered a group of women who are trying to buy authentic cosmetics or who have a problem with fake cosmetics, don't try to sell them authentic cosmetics. Instead, sell them how to avoid having skin diseases, how to avoid skin cancer or whatever is caused by fake cosmetics laced with toxic chemicals. Sell the pain that they are trying to avoid. It is a psychological fact. The need to avoid pain is far much more powerful than the need to gain pleasure. So if they are trying, for instance, to get rid of wrinkles, don't sell anti-wrinkle. Instead, something like, are you not tired of people judging you by your age? Are you not tired people mistaking your age just because you have freckles? You know, would you like would you not like to be appreciated how you are appreciated in your early 20s? So you're not selling anti-wrinkle, you are selling the solution. What is it that you solve? If you're finding value in this video, please subscribe to my channel, because I'm also going to make a video about how you bring out the value or the value proposition, or how is it that you exaggerate And the true word is not exaggerate, it's transforming from a need to an emotional level. It is scientifically proven that people don't buy from logical thinking. 90% of purchases are done out of an emotional level. Think about this, for those who have kids. A child can make you buy something that otherwise you would not have bought. You would never even think about buying. Not because of any other reason, but because of your emotional attachment to your child made you spend money buy something very expensive. And big companies like Disney, they understand this. Like, why would somebody fly from Europe, Africa, all the way to Florida, Disneyland, to take their kids there? It's not like there are any more fancier toys than the rest of the places in the world. But they have understood that if we focus on this child, they are going to cause that emotional purchasing power to the parents that is going to happen. Now, when you look at a problem, when you think about fake cosmetics and you don't sell authentic cosmetics, instead, you sell the need to avoid skin cancer, acne, and all those things that can be caused by fake cosmetics. Now you are in business because you are not trying to sell a product. So that's what E stands for. S stands for sell. How do you sell? And you don't even have money. Remember, you are starting a business without money. Well, now that you have gathered people with similar interest to one congregation, you've addressed them, have addressed their pain in an emotional way, you have raised it to an emotional level, it is time to partner with those who can deliver. I will tell you, every time that I had to start a business, I started with the digital part. I saw the trends. By the time I brought in the first product, even without spending money, it came from a distributor or somebody that I have identified has what people want, but they don't know how to market. They don't know how to reach or congregate these people. I will teach you all those things, how you can even congregate a huge group of people with similar pain points, and then go up what we call a value chain. Sell them something that is going to start solving their problems, and they're like, oh, this is working. So when you ascend up the ladder and sell them something even more expensive, they won't have a lot of objection because they saw results. Let me give you an example. For those who may relate to this, you have seen, and I hope she'll appreciate when I say this. Think about fitness coach like Jane Mokami. Like, really think about this. She started working out. In that, she started working out group and working out every day with all these people with common pain points: weight loss, fitness. And she congregated them in a group. It's after maybe a couple of years, after maybe she got up to 200,000-300,000 followers, that then it became a business. As good as she is, then started talking to people, understanding their pain points. And if today she's probably one of the most highly paid fitness and weight loss consultant in Kenya. I don't think there is anybody as highly paid as she is. She never started with cash. No, she started with pain, and literally she started with passion. She was working out. She's a working out enthusiast. She works out every day, and that's all she was posting. But when you are looking to start a business without any capital, it's not going to happen tomorrow. And let me tell you, you're going to have to put in the work. If you are familiar with the lady I'm talking about, and you can see the link below, I'm going to leave the link there. You can see the amount of work she has put in the process. If you are looking for get rich quick, this is not how it works. You have to put in the work. And in the process, you are going to recognize certain patterns. They're going to start happening, but they will only happen after you've been consistent. So the most important thing is recognizing the pain points. Know what those pain points are. We say you can look at big suppliers, big manufacturers. What is it that they are doing that customers don't like? We talked about the Mabati company that the Trade Commission had to intervene because of really customer complaints. Then if you only had a way to get the same Mabatis they were retailing or wholesaling, I don't even know what they were doing, but you gave exceptional customer service, you literally could have disrupted their business and make it your own if you were the person. That is just an example. Other things that you can look at is cost. If the cost is so high, if you're able to just cut the margin, you can attract masses. The other thing is speed. If you can deliver a service or a product at half the time, speed is everything. I hope you found value in this video. There are so many ways you can start a business even without capital, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm also going to show you how to congregate and even how to build a mailing list, how to congregate people in a way that social media platforms like Twitter and Facebook will never shut you down. Thank you.